In the last video we took our £1,000 motorhome up to Scotland to see if it was possible to enjoy winter van life in our old van.
But we suddenly noticed a drastic change in our dog, who was pregnant, but wasn't due to give birth for another 2 weeks.
Not wanting to risk things, we decided in the early hours of the morning that it was time to head home.
And so began one of the most stressful drives we have ever encountered. But getting our dog to the vet was our #1 priority.
It is absolutely freezing.
We're now top of the Cairngorms. Probably going to be 70-mile-an-hour winds tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
20 minutes later.
I've got to go and try and put the legs down at the back of Doug's. We've got those windy caravan legs. I've managed to get that one down. That was all right. Still need to fix this. Back in we go. But it's a bit blowy. That just wasn't warm out there at all. Does it feel less wobbly?
Yes.
12 seconds later.
Even with the legs out, we're still wobbling.
Everywhere.
Like all over the place.
So we're going to have to come away from where we are because we just don't feel it's going to be a decent night or safe, to be honest with you, because we're a bit too wobbly. So Neil's going to go out, get the legs back in, and I'm going to pack some stuff away, and then we're going to move back down the mountain to where it's a little bit less windy.
Right, driven most of the way down the hill, well down the mountain, and then just realised that I've left the recovery boards on the floor up on the top. So now I've got to drive back up there to get the recovery boards. There they are, sitting right there. Back down we go. Now that we've got everything that we own. We found a better little spot, a little bit further down. It's right by the trees. Get back inside and carry on being warm. Right, this is a weird situation that we've never been in before and never thought we would be in. As we know, Poppy is pregnant. The vet's told us she's not due until the 31st of this month. Like, she is absolutely bursting. She's been standing up, she won't sit down. She's very restless. So, decision time, innit?
Yeah, we're going to get her home, aren't we?
If she was being herself and she was just pregnant, then we'd have no issues. But the fact of the matter is she's not being herself. So we're literally going to head back down to Liverpool now and try and see if we can get there for at least in the morning. Go to our vets tomorrow morning first thing, or at least ring the vets in the morning and then go that way. So
Get her checked.
Get her checked over. So
Okay, it's alright. We didn't think for 1 minute that come the middle of the night we would have to make a quick exit from Scotland to head home.
So we packed up and headed off for what was going to be one hell of a drive. The weather was certainly not in our favour. From snow and ice all over the roads, it was just horrendous.
We had another problem at hand. We were low on fuel. After being at a fuel station that day, we only filled up the night heater and the spare container for heating.
But the fuel situation got even worse as the drive continued. We had a mission, it was underway, there was nothing stopping us, and we were getting Poppy to the vets no matter what. Right, so things couldn't get any worse. With obviously we've got to drive back quick for Poppy. There's a wagon going past, hang on. We weren't planning on leaving, or we weren't planning on doing anything till tomorrow. So we've got no fuel. So the nearest fuel station that is open is 62 miles away. Only thing we can do is take out the fuel that is in the night heater and put it in the tank, and hopefully that's enough. Did have one jerry can which is for the night heater. Throw that in and see what happens. Right, I am now pumping the fuel out of the night heater into a jerry can. The nearest petrol station is an hour away. It's 62 miles. Right, I'm pretty confident that with the fuel in the jerry can and taking the fuel out of the night heater, we should have enough to get to the garage, which is like 70 miles away. Yeah, what a day.
And I have decided, and I know it's not right, and I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I've decided I'm staying in the back with this little one. Keep my eye on her, because she's very clingy and very needy.
Finally made it to a service station. That was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Right, card out. Let's put some fuel in. Just past Glasgow on the way to Carlisle, and the rain and wind was ridiculous. As you know, the vehicle that we're in, it's very flat-sided. It's literally like driving a block of cheese down the motorway. So every bit of wind, every bit of gust, it was blowing us everywhere, and it was to the point where it was dangerous, and it was. And there was motorway signs up, amber warning, you know, don't drive if you have to drive, all that stuff. So we pulled over in the services, and Poppy has had some sleep, which was a good thing. I think not us not being awake and not moving and stuff like that has calmed her down a little bit. She's still like stressing out a little bit. You know, she's absolutely knackered. Absolutely knackered. So yeah, the camera really doesn't do her justice. So on our cup of tea, we're going to get back on the road. Pair of us look like death. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're still going, not far now. We're about 50 minutes from Preston, which means about an hour and a half from Liverpool.
So we're going to get Poppy into the vets, because we give them a call. They've told us we have to take her in anyway because of how she's being, so they want to check her over. And definitely made the right decision.
Doug has been a trooper.
Yes, Doug has literally been through snow, sleet, ice, wind, rain, everything. He's been through every single element going.
There's genuinely nowhere I wouldn't take this man. Right, we've just landed at the vets. It was literally just there, so going to get this girl out, get her in, and get her seen to, and we'll let you know what they say. There is something wrong, we don't know what. She's still 2 weeks prem, but her belly is solid. She's gone into surgery now. We have had to sign all sorts of forms to say she's really high risk. God knows no. Literally one of the hardest things you could ever do. But she's a little fighter. She doesn't give up. There is a chance she can lose all the puppies, but we did say that she was our main priority, so they're going to do everything they can. And they're going to ring us in a couple of hours and let us know what.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you, darling. Don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000.
The vet says we literally got her here just in time. Couldn't ask for any more. We weren't actually expecting to have the puppies either. We thought because of the nature of what had happened that we'd lose the puppies, but 5 of them. we cannot thank the people at the vets enough, because what they done, and it was just a miracle.
Honestly, the level of care and attention that they gave to Poppy, we've been to several vets and we've never had that level of care and attention, have we?
No, not at all. Not all heroes wear capes. And if you do want to get in touch with them and you are in Liverpool, that's them there. We will leave the links in the description. We can't thank them enough.